So I've had a router for a few months now. I've not really had the chance to use it, apart from, I suppose, if you count the day that I got it, just to take it out of the box to see if it actually worked. Just turn it on and try the router bits that I bought to go with it. So apart from that, I've not really had a chance to use it. So basically I've decided to make a router table. For this I'm basically using bits of pine or whatever, scraps that I've got laying around, an old cupboard door which is going to be the Conti board, or melamine, however you want to call it, laminated chipboard. That's going to be the top surface. I've also gone and bought a ply, a 12mm thick sheet of ply which is going to go underneath the melamine, and that's going to basically support or create the base of the router table. And I've gone ahead and bought a fairly cheap router insert. For the router insert, I've picked this Dakota one here. It's only about £25, I think. The reason why I picked that is because I didn't really want to spend lots of money on a Craig or something like that. I really didn't. I thought this would suffice. And so far, I'm pretty happy with it. I think it's just right for me, because I'm not really that experienced with a router, so the cheap insert plate is perfect. Oh, and if you're wondering what the fanny type noise is in the back, that's a heater, as now it is autumn. It's pretty chuffing cold in my garage at the moment, so I've got a little fan heater going, so just try to ignore that one. What I've decided to do, because this is quite large and I haven't got the space to have a huge router table, what I've decided to do is mark it up, trim it all down basically. Once I've done that, I'm going to mark it out on the ply board, and I'm going to also cut that to size. So now with that drying, before we start making the frame, I might as well go ahead and have a little tidy up, because it's pretty messy in here now. So for the frame, I've decided to use these old bits of bed post, the same bed that I use for my two-tier planter. So what I've got to do is just sand these down, cut them to size, rip them down, and then start constructing them. Okay, so what I've done here is I've cut out the bottom piece to the same size as the top. I've marked out where the frame is going to go. I've shot some glue on that, and now I'm going to put the frame on and screw that down. And what I've got here is some casters that I actually had for a different project, which I never got to use in the end, because I didn't actually create the project I was intending to. I just did a rough mock-up, yeah, so basically I'm going to do that again properly one day, the actual project that I'm talking about, but obviously I'll let you know what that is later on or another time. But for now, these will work perfectly on my router table. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and screw these on with some self-tapping screws. For the fence, I've used the scraps of the melamine and of the ply board. It's a simple sort of design, just a L shape with these little brackets glued and nailed, and then obviously a chunk cut out to slide over the router bit. It's going to be a sliding adjustable fence, which means the melamine front is going to be able to adjust width-wise, and also it's going to be able to slide forward and backwards. Now that I've made the recessed holes for the bolts, I need to make the sliders on the back of the fence, so when it's been cut into 2 pieces. You can side one either way. Okay, so because at the moment my table's pretty much all flush and neat and whatnot, you know, when I stand up against it, like, there's no handles or anything and drawers or anything like that to sort of smack into my knees or my ankles or whatever. So what I've decided, instead of putting handles on to take this drawer out, I'm going to just cut holes in to put my hands in to pull it out and push it back in again. Nice simple design, and nothing to get in my way. See, nice and simple. All I have to do now is round them off so they're comfortable on the hand. So there we have it, a cheap homemade router table. The thing I really like about the design that I've come up with, even though it's loosely based on other people's, such as Steve Ramsey, people like that, the thing I like about mine is it's more of a skeleton of a router table. The reason being because it's just basically an open frame that I can still work from. The main reason why I've got such an open space is so the router can ventilate as it gets warm, as it's being used. It can dissipate the heat from it a lot better. The other reason being is obviously, like I said, it's a skeleton, so I can do a lot more to it. Obviously I've got my fence up here, the table itself, but what I could also do or add to it is I could put another drawer in. I could change the bottom to 2 drawers, or what I was thinking is I could easily put some fold down leading table and a lead out table on it quite easily. I've got plenty more cupboard door, but that's easily done. Not just a couple of hinges and a bracket or a brace, and I could extend it. They could be folded down flush with the rest of the table. Other things I can do is I can put a router lift into it. I was thinking at a later stage I could put some capping around to keep the melamine, stop the melamine from being damaged. You know, also other things I could buy a couple of, an idea I had, buy a couple of cheap steel rules, just route a little rabbit into either side, and then I could have an actual measurement guide for the fence either side. That would be quite cool, I was thinking. But again, these are all things that I can do later on. Like I say, it's just a skeleton. It's just the basis of a router table, a cheap homemade router table recycled from other materials I've got laying around. As you see here, I've actually created a box section with a hole in it for my extractor. It's quite a small hole, but my extractor's kind of like a wet and dry back stroke extractor, so it's a really good one, but it's got quite a small aperture, so that fits in there quite snugly. Again, like I said before, the drawer is very simple. Pull out, push in, drawer. It's got its standard sort of holes for the handles. I haven't rounded them off yet. I know I said I was going to, but I haven't actually done that. I haven't actually finished the frame at all yet. It's not imperative to do that, I don't think, at the moment. It's not part of the project. The main part of the project was to build the actual router table itself. So I will be sanding it a bit smoother and finishing it and treating it. I'll be actually putting a boiled linseed oil on it. I find it's quite easily maintained, and you can just reapply a bit like an oil on a cutting board or something like that. You can just reapply, instead of with varnish you have to sand a section down and then reapply to that section. It's just a lot more effort. With boiled linseed oil you can just apply more and more depending on how it goes. You know, a little bit of sanding maybe, but it's just easily maintained. It's quite a deep drawer. It's about 290mm deep. It's just one big large drawer really. I mean, I could put dividers in there later on, but really it's just to store not just router bits but other bits and bobs that I've got laying around as well. It's just a storage drawer generally, not anything specific. I still obviously have to mount the router to the table as well. Again, it wasn't imperative to do this in this video. Obviously it moves around on its wheels quite nicely, so I'm quite happy with that. I could have also added some made some clamps to hold the fence down. What I'm going to use is just some G clamps, basically, just some standard G clamps, just clamp it down to the side there. No need to go overboard with it. I've also replaced the nuts for wing nuts on here because they're just a little bit better to grip, just a bit more simple. So like I said before, I made it this sort of size because I am limited to space in my garage, even though I need to reorganise everything and move it all about so I've got more space. This is just perfect for me, especially if, like I said, if I made a lead-in lead-out table that folded down, it would just be perfect for me. I can move it around and open it up. Just brilliant. So if I do that, I will update the video and I'll post it on YouTube, so you've got an idea of what I'm talking about. To be honest, I can't wait to actually get the router mounted to it and actually start using it, because it's going to open a whole new sort of side of woodwork to me, so it's going to be so much easier to do things. So yeah, so I hope you enjoyed that video. I know I said it every time, and I hope you do enjoy them. I've actually got 10 subscribers now, so that's really great. Thank you for subscribing to my channel, and thank you for the comments and the likes. I'm starting to get a few trickle in now, which is really nice. It's actually quite thoughtful, really, when you do something that you love and you make a video of it and put it on YouTube, and people actually take notice of it. It's really good. So thank you to whoever out there is actually watching, or has watched, or liked, or commented, or subscribed. And if you haven't subscribed, please do, because I need lots more, or want lots more subscribers. Not need, I want more subscribers. So please subscribe to my channel, because I do have a lot more woodworking projects coming up soon, and obviously throughout Christmas and over the new year. I've got, hopefully, if I've got time before Christmas, I'm going to get a couple more Christmas present videos uploaded. It's getting a bit close now to Christmas, seeing as it's at the end of November, so it's kind of a bit too fine, and I'm actually going away for a week, so but I should get there. So it should be okay. So like I said before, if you haven't subscribed, please do, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and stay tuned again, and I'll see you next time.